kai I kaliwai Halialia kumana o ya oe I ke kaupua alo alo aloha nui ia oe E nā mamo e waihone I ka poi o ka lalea I lei no ue lei maua I e kau keha keha I luna O oi ku'u mea e koa ai au I lei no ue lei maua I e kau keha keha I luna O oi ku'u mea e koa ai au Kuana ia Kou inoa hano hano Kou inoa ala o ka nani He nani maoli no mai ke po'o A kahi'u na'u oe kulei Na'u oe kulei Na'u oe kulei E aloha a mauloa Taratatanta pararara Parapapapa pararara para
Aloha, boys and girls. Wasn't that beautiful? I'm here on the beautiful island of Kauai, and I even think I know this person. That was Kainani Kahaunaile. Hey, aloha, Tita. How are you?
Aloha.
Beautiful.
Oh, mahalo nui.
I want to introduce you to my friends over here.
Aloha nui e na keiki. Aloha no. Welcome to Kauai. This is Anahola, district of Ko'olau, and my favorite beach.
Beautiful, beautiful music, beautiful ocean. What was that song that you were singing? What was it about?
Well, I wrote this mele to honor my grandmother. She was my rock, my foundation.
Wow.
And as a way to tribute her, as a way to honor her, I created a mele. Not too good at making leis, so I decided to make her a mele.
Beautiful mele. Now, the word mele, what is mele?
Well, mele is a song, a story. A mele contains the information of our past, of our history, and of our current events. So mele can be created by young children like you or people like me. It's a way to create and continue the traditions of our people.
Do mele pertain to our place?
Yes, very much so. Like in the mele that I wrote for my grandmother called Na'u'oi, it includes where our special places, the places that she was born, where she raised her family, and where she resides now in the afterlife. So having a connection to the place is very important in our mele. So.
Mele is really interesting. Now, are there different types of mele?
Yes, we have lots of different kinds of mele, from very formal mele of genealogies, of mele inoa name songs. We have mele mahalo. We also have mele hula. We have mele pule. We have all kinds of ways that our kupuna communicated. And now we have instrumentals of guitars, ukulele. But prior to that, it was mostly chanted.
I see. So mele, it played a big part in our kupuna's lives then.
Absolutely. The information was held within the mele. And the mele were memorized, composed, memorized, performed. And it's one of the traditions that has remained strong in the Hawaiian culture till today.
Wow, it sounds like mele actually kind of provides us with story. Like,
yes.
A way to preserve our history. Are there examples of that in some mele?
Well, For example, in Mele Inoa, like that I wrote for my grandmother.
Mele Ino, that's what it's called.
Yeah, it's a Mele Inoa that is a name song. It
Okay.
honors the name of a person.
Yeah.
And I made sure her name was said in the song,
Okay,
said
Mele
with dignity. And I linked her to certain beautiful things that were special to us,
Ooh, okay.
certain flowers, certain mountain areas.
I heard you use the word ku'ulei.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes, ku'ulei. The lei in Hawaiian is very symbolic of love, affection, honor, dignity. And so when I wear a lei, it's like I'm wearing my kupuna. So what she taught me, how she raised me,
Wow.
I carry it with me always.
That's beautiful. That's so beautiful. So Mele was important to our kupuna then, and how has Mele evolved for us today?
Well, a lot of chanting was happening
Okay.
in the generations past. And then as, we had different influences come into Hawaii, they brought with them, for example, the Spanish brought the guitar, and the Hawaiians said, oh, we like this, so we're gonna play it. The Portuguese brought the ukulele, and that's why ukulele is in the forefront.
They brought the ukulele and the malasadas.
And the malasada. And then, we have the drums, we have piano, very much steel guitar also.
Yeah.
So that's very much a way that we help the Mele to evolve. Yeah.
So Mele, what role does Mele play for our lahui and for our keiki?
Well, within the Mele, we know how to behave because of what we learn in the old Mele. We also have a responsibility to document our own history now, our
Kuleana.
Our kuleana, exactly.
Kuleana.
Whether it's a short 2-line Mele or a 2,000-line Mele, it's a way to document. Instead of journaling, get into creating songs, creating Mele, poetry, stories, and that's a way to continue our oral tradition.
So Kainani, for some of my friends at home who don't all know how to play the ukulele or guitar, or who are interested in different types of Mele, how do we continue this tradition for our keiki and for our lahui?
Well, I think one of the best things to do is get to know your Hawaiian language better. Whether you know a few words, names of food, street names, there's always a way to incorporate Hawaiian in your day. And so we want to get to a point where we can be familiar enough to be able to create these Mele that, did you know that we have our own poetry? We have poetic devices of our own that our kupuna used and devised to help us remember the thousands of lines. Yes.
Wow, like what is that? Give me some examples.
Well, the use of linked assonants, we call that in Hawaiian kamevi, kanilike, or mana'olike, and that helps us link one line to the next, because before we had the written form, we had to memorize.
So how is that? Is that like when you have ola at the end of one and ola at the beginning, or kanani at the end and kanani at the beginning? Something like that?
Yes, whether they rhyme or they're the same word or they mean the same thing.
Oh, that's interesting.
All these clues to help you get to the next line, to the next line, to the next image, to the next image. And then that'll help you make it to your home Mele.
Okay, so Hawaii, we never have pencil and paper, so we use these things to help us.
Yes, we come from brilliant ancestors.
Keep it all in this computer up here in the head.
They use their brain, they use their na'au, they use the elements of nature to really grasp and get to know their environment and be able to better create Mele. So yes, get to know your language, sing more Hawaiian songs that your family is around, dance hula, get into chanting, whether you create a little Mele, couple lines, or a large Mele like the Kumulipo, a long genealogical chant. It's really good to get a start, get your Hawaiian language going, and then you'll be better able to absorb this thing called Hawaiian poetry or hapu Mele.
So really too, and Mele is great because if you know one lei or a present, or an actual present, that's a great way to give your tutu something to remember. Yeah.
Absolutely. The Mele is probably the most significant gift you can give somebody that you've created on your own.
Touches the pu'uwai, the pu'uwai. Well, mahalo for sharing with us. It's been excellent, and I know you folks out there are going to be one day beautiful songwriters like Kainani Kahauna'ele. We're here talking about Mele on the beautiful island of Kauai. You guys take care. Aloha.
Ano, hui ho.